So you want to know if the movie John Wick was based off a person in real life? Well, watch the video and find out. In this episode of Rob Christie Hike Across America, we continue with our mission, try to find something worth doing in every state. This week, we do something a little bit different and head down to the historical town of Tombstone and do ourselves a little bit of an urban hike. Located right off of Route 80, Tombstone is a definite must-do for any Western buff. Here in Tombstone, Arizona, traveling trekkies, and check out some Western. Good time. Love that car though. Now the historical part of Tombstone consists of two streets, which they put dirt down to give it that old West feel. It is wheelchair accessible and dog friendly. Oh, it says Dock Shot, it's like a bar. We're at the Dock Holiday Saloon, just getting some quick food before walking around the strip and checking out some other stuff. But it seems to be a pretty cool little place. Now, even though Tombstone is just one big tourist trap, there is more to it than just the stores. They do have gunfights and some museums, a mining tour, and a stagecoach ride, which me and Christy took while the traveling trekkies enjoyed a gunfight at a local saloon. Now, the stagecoach ride cost $12 per person and lasted about 20 minutes. It was filled with historical facts about the town, so it was definitely worth the money and the time. The gun shows run about $10 to $30 per person, depending on the location. And I really like how they had the actors dressed up in costumes to give it more of an authentic feel. Now the tour does take you by several significant buildings, including Wyatt Earp's house, the OK Corral, the courthouse, and a few other places where some shootouts took place. Now unfortunately, the tour guide spoke faster than the stagecoach would move, so it was hard to keep up with what was being said. Plus, he sounded a lot like a carny at a fair.
Now on the right, stop sign to Benson.
Now there are a few things that people might not know about Tombstone, and that it holds 2 world records. The first one being the longest poker game ever held, lasting 8 years. The second one being the largest rose bush in the world, reaching up to 9,000 square feet. So if you're new to this channel and you're not quite a fan yet, consider subscribing. We got plenty of great videos in over 20 states. If you are a fan, let us know by writing "keep on hiking" in the comments. And as always, stick around till the end of the video and see where we go next. Now just outside the main strip, there is a little theme park called Old Tombstone. It's more of a cartoony, kid-style area. They do have a comedy gun show and a place where you can take some funny photos as well. There is a mining cave tour just down the road for people who are wanting to try something different. The park itself is free, but if you want to do some of the attractions like the gun show, you will have to pay for those. Now before we left town, we headed up to the Boot Hill graveyard to see if we couldn't find anybody famous buried there. It does run $4 to enter, but you do get a cool brochure that has a backstory on everybody buried there. Where you guys want to start? We're at the Boot Hill graveyard here in Tombstone, Arizona. Gonna check out where some of these historic cowboys were buried. Now my first impressions of the place is it reminded me of the old cemetery outside Chimney Rock Monument down in Nebraska, which will leave a link to that video up top. Now to answer the question at the beginning of the video, John Wickstrom has absolutely nothing to do with the movie character John Wick. And not to discredit the cemetery whatsoever, but the graveyard does look like something somebody would have done in their front yard on Halloween. All the headstones look handmade and with all the same writing, so most likely they're all replicas of the originals. So we're actually hoping to try to see some more famous people buried here, but doesn't look like it. It looks like a bunch of unknowns and lesser important people from this town, but still pretty cool. Alright, that was it for Boot Hill Graveyard in Tombstone. Now I'll be heading on to Saguaro National Park. In the next episode of Rob Christie Hike Across America, we continue our time in Arizona and head to our fourth national park of the trip, which was Saguaro. So if you found yourself liking this video and you want to see more, please like, share, subscribe. There's plenty on the channel, more on the way. Until next time, keep on hiking.